Hey, what's up survivors? My name is Cap and welcome back to the channel and another 7 Days to Die video. Now I've had quite a few people ask me what it looks like when I'm playing, how I set up my base and stuff, just to kind of give them an example. So I thought I would give you guys a tour of the multiplayer world in which I play on with my brother and one of my best friends. If you've watched a stream in the past or watched any of our multiplayer series, you know who they are, seen people there. We like to play in Navezgane, and we always like to set up shop at the farmhouse, or at least a lot of times, just because it's just really convenient. If you don't know where it's at, this is about where it's at as far as the coordinates are on the map. It's close to Dyersville. So anyway, I thought I'd give you a tour of this. Now, we started this world in Alpha 15, when they went through and eradicated most of the crops on the farm. You can see there's still a lot of dead. But just recently, I started doing a lot of the farming here and trying to replant it. So every time I go anywhere and find any seeds somewhere, I bring them back here. And I'm trying to slowly regrow the farm in various different kinds of plants. And then every time they're ready to harvest, I just pluck them, convert them back to seeds, and replant them again. Eventually, hopefully, we'll have a pretty good sustainable food source other than what we hunt and scavenge for. Within the farm itself, of course, we set up quite a bit of a perimeter on the outside. We put in some extra fences because these things slow the zombies down a whole lot. And we put in multiple entrances. And since the zombies like to go in towards the doors, we always put an extra entrance around the doors to make them have to fight into it. And then some varying levels of, ways to get in and out once you're inside of it here. Inside the house, of course, we reinforced all of the necessary walls and the doors, so it makes it just a little harder to get in. And then we even add an extra layer of doors for them to have to go through just to get up the stairs. Now, this particular area, we always go through and set up shop inside the attic. Remove the bottom rung of the ladder so they can't jump up there with us. Put a hatch over the top of the door so they can't climb up. And then, of course, we keep the door inside of here. Now, we usually set up our sleeping bags and our spawn points inside this room here. Nothing really else goes in here. But this room back here is where we like to set up and reinforce all the walls, reinforce the roof, and we set up all of our different chests and kind of label them out here, keep our workbench in here, and that way it's a whole lot easier to figure out where everything is. And then, of course, we have our community drop. We put everything in here together so we can just work as a team. And then, of course, in both windows, we put a ledge around here so you can get in and out if you need to, and a very quick, rapid way to get down if everything goes bad. You've got a ladder system here. And then we have out the front balcony, we did the same thing here, where there's a way to get down over this direction. And then, of course, you can jump up and you can access the roof if you need to, and it's reinforced all the way around. And that way we have a really good aerial view of everything going on, should everything go to pot. Now, directly across the street where we have the barn here, you can see we did a full reinforcement of the barn. There's not much else in it other than just it being reinforced, and this is kind of a backup. So if everything goes really badly and we need to evacuate, we can run in here, and it's pretty well reinforced. We're still working on that. But in the shed over here is where we always put our stuff that generates all the heat. So we have our forge over here, we have our campfires, we have multiple campfires, we got our chemistry station, anything that generates any kind of scent or smell we keep over here just so it's enough away from the house so if it starts attracting all the zombies, then we don't have to worry about them finding our main house. And that keeps us safe so everything can be doing all its long-term cooking over here while we're safe and sound in the house. Across the field and down the street over here at the Working Stiff Tools, we always turn this into our 7-day horde barricade. We basically just take this shop, we empty it out of everything that we wanted, and then we just reinforce it. We got barbed wire all the way around it, we got reinforced wood spikes all the way around it, we reinforce the doors, reinforce the roof. We put up torch systems around the perimeter of it so at night we can see what's going on, keeps it from being so dark. Again, we reinforce the entrances to where the doors are, made it so it's harder to get in, of course. Ladder to the roof, and spikes and barbed wire all the way around it. And like I said, this is where we camp out during our 7-day hordes at night when everything goes really badly. And so far, we're on day 27. We've made it through 3 hordes now, coming up on a 4th one, and we have not taken a single point of damage. We've been relatively safe. We haven't had any major hordes come through, but that's not to say that we're not ready for it. We got a perimeter around here to keep all the spider zombies from getting on, and we can, of course, shoot through the wood frames if anything should get close, reinforced hatch in order to get down into the store if we need to, and to be able to kind of, do some management of what's going on inside. If the zombies come in, we can shoot them from the ladder. And that's really about it. And of course, we have done a lot of exploring during the day. That's what we do, is we explore the land. We hit up Dyersville and go through the houses and loot what we can, hunt animals, do some farming, all that sort of stuff, so that, we're ready to go. And then at nighttime, we bunker down in the house up there in the attic. We do some more additions to the house, stuff that we can do without having to go outside, do all our crafting. And then, of course, like I said, when the 7-day horde gets ready to run in, we come over to this house and give ourselves plenty of time. And it's been really successful. So this is by no means to say that we are absolute beasts at the game, but we've played it enough times that we kind of know what works. And so far, I mean, if you look at the list of times and stuff here, I've only died 3 times and I've got 183 kills, and their stats are relatively about the same. They're offline, of course, right now. So we've died a few times, mostly just from stupid mistakes. But for the most part, we do a really good job of surviving. So for the people who are kind of wanting to know how I play the game and what I do to survive, so this is a really good way to do it. Just, find yourself a good little area. A pre-built house is a lot easier to start with than nothing. Put up a fence around it, reinforce all the walls, put up some extra doors, arm yourselves, keep all the heat generating stuff away from your main house. And just have yourself a nice little safe house to get to if everything goes bad. I mean, our spawn's in there, but if we died and if we absolutely had to, we could run over to the barn, we could run over to the working stiff tool shop or whatever, and we'd be just totally safe there too. So anyway, if you have any questions or comments or suggestions of things you'd like to see us do, whatever, put it in the comment section down below. And do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button on the video, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. Thank you guys so much for your time. You guys have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later.